What's up with the squad? Back with another video. Y'all see the title was going down. Make sure y'all hit the like and subscribe button. The video is transparent. Don't want to get blocked. And I'd rather show y'all and get out the truth. You know, that's the most important thing, you know, of doing. But you already know. Let's get in this video, y'all.
You have indicated that you don't believe in systemic racism. What is your definition of systemic racism?
Let me answer the question that you've answered.
Or does it even exist in your mind?
Let me answer the question this way. One of the things I think about, and one of the reasons why I'm on the show, is because of the comments that were made, frankly, on this show, that the only way for a young African-American kid to be successful in this country is to be the exception and not the rule. That is a dangerous, offensive, disgusting message to send to our young people today, that the only way to succeed is by being the exception. I will tell you that if my life is the exception, I can't imagine.
But it is.
But it's not, actually. It's
been 114 years.
Yeah, so the fact of the matter is we've had an African-American president, African-American vice president. We've had 2 African-Americans to be secretaries of the state. In my home city, the police chief is an African-American who's now running for mayor. The head of the highway patrol for South Carolina is an African-American.
Still exceptions.
In 1975, there was about 15% employment in the African-American community. For the first time in the history of the country, it's under 5%.
40% homelessness.
And 50%
of African Americans,
50% of the folks in our community
get 13% of the population.
You had a chance to ask the question. I know that.
Okay. You ask them a question. You know, they do this all the time. You ask them a question. They try to give their answer out. They do not letting them talk. They will do anything and everything to stop them from talking, especially when they're right. My thing is, you know, before we get back into this, you know, video, Sunny Hostin claims she's black. She says it, you know. And you have Whoopi. She's black. You have 3 successful, you know, and I don't know if I'm pretty sure Sunny Hostin is biracial, right? But you have, I would say, 2 black, you know, and biracial, but that's on this show and successful. She wants to play victim so bad. I'll tell anybody that I talk to, no matter what, you know, what color you are, I don't care. Don't try to put yourself, especially, you know, I always have, you know, young black guys, you know, that have messaged me or DM me and ask me about YouTube and all this, you know, and I always, you know, it's important to let them know that. Try not to do that. You know, don't play so much a victim. I didn't get here in what I'm doing, you know, on YouTube, and, you know, you work your butt off. You know, I've reacted to this, you know, a video just like this, Candace Owens. You work your butt off. I mean, that's just what it is. I'm tired of people playing that victim card, you know, and saying, oh, I'm black and I deserve this, but I'm not getting it because the color of my skin, and I'm not this now. Man, listen. I grew up having that mindset, y'all. I grew up having that mindset. Like I said, I have parents that are Democrats. I have parents that are Democrats. And we're going to get back into this video, but I want to say this. I have parents that are Democrats. And I grew up, you know, and I always watch YouTube. And the YouTubers that I did watch, you know, they were white guys. And my dad or mom would say this and say that, you know, and I always had in my mind, like, I don't think I could ever do anything like this. Like, I don't think I could ever, you know. And as I grew up and as I started paying attention, like, especially now with, like, actually reacting to videos and seeing videos like this, I did it. You know what I mean? Just like what he's saying, like, stop putting yourself and then Sunny Hostin, for her to be so successful, y'all to see the house that she got, or what it's about, the history on it. It's just so much stuff that she does that literally it makes me mad. You know, I'm trying not, you know, I don't want to cuss, but it makes me mad. You know what I mean? Because it's like you play this victim card, like, bad, real bad. Like she deserves something. Like everybody owes her something or something. You know what I mean?
I've watched you on the show that you like people to be deferential and respectful, so I'm going to do the same thing.
True.
Yeah.
So here's what I'm going to suggest. I'm going to suggest the fact of the matter is that progress in America is palpable. It can be measured in generations. I look back at the fact that my grandfather, born in 1921 in Sally, South Carolina, when he was on on a sidewalk, a white person was coming, he had to step off and not make eye contact. That man believed then, with some doubt now, in the goodness of America, because he believed that having faith in God, faith in himself, and faith in what the future could hold for his kids would unleash opportunities in ways that you cannot imagine. Every kid today can look, just change the stations and see how much progress has been made in this country. ABC, NBC, CBS, ESPN, CNN, Fox News all have African American and Hispanic hosts. So what I'm suggesting is that the yesterday's exception is today's rule. And for us to
so
suggest...
America has met its promise.
No, of course, the concept of America is that we are going to become a more perfect union. But in fact, the challenges that we face are going to become a...
You see how Alyssa is shaking her head? She is literally, and I'm telling y'all, I'm not by all means, because there's some stuff that she says that I really don't agree with. But a lot of times, she knows what's right. She knows, Whoopi, she's not even saying to interrupt or nothing, because she know all these ladies knows right. They give off this to their audience and to their viewers of Sunny Hostin. She's definitely in denial, and she wants to play victim. She's the main one. But I'm telling y'all,
more perfect union. But in fact, the challenges that we face 50 years ago and 60 years ago should not be the same challenges that we face today. And here's the way that you measure that. When my mother was born, about 10% of African Americans got a high school degree, diploma. Today, it's over 90%. When you look at the income, success that we've had.
That's an HBCU stat.
Well, listen, HBCU stat is a good one, because one of the reasons why I took the funding for HBCUs to the highest level in the history of the country, and then I helped make it permanent, is because I believe that education is the closest thing to magic in America. So I'm about making sure that our kids have as many opportunities to succeed as possible. It's one of the reasons why
I need an opportunity to succeed because I have to go to break.
They ready to cut them off.
I'm just getting started. I believe all people can see the success that I've had.
We'll be right back.
Okay.
Love to cut them off, you know. And I got another clip to show y'all, 2 more clips, but it just goes to show y'all right there, like, don't have that excuse. Don't play that victim card. You know, when you have Sunny Hostin that literally just pushes that out there to play victim because of the color of your skin or because, you know, don't do that. You know what I mean? I'll tell anybody that. That's just the way on how I think on things, though. You know, it is different. And what hurts me out of, you know, what she says sometimes, Sunny Hostin, we gonna get to the next clip after this, but Sunny Hostin always bring up color this, color that, this person owes me this and that's blah, blah, blah. She is literally, and she loves to call Trump the R word. She loves to throw it at anybody, you know, that's against what she has to say. And she's the main one. That's the R word. Like, literally, the main one. I'm telling y'all. You don't have to be like Sunny Hostin. You watching The View, that's you know, your cup of tea, and that's what you do. Don't be like that.
We will fulfill the notion that this is a nation that can become more perfect. And what I am concerned about
fixing the structures and the systemic racism that is embedded in it.
The fact of the matter is that we don't have to agree. We don't have to agree on the fact that your definition of systemic.
Go up and tell him. Yeah. Go tell him.
Tell him from the mountain.
We have to go to commercial. We'll come down. You're going to
you guys, I think y'all have commercial breaks.
Constant interruptions, y'all. Constant interruptions when it's time for them to talk. And they tend to do this all the time. They tend to do this all the time. And it's really sickening. It's sad that they be doing this. I'm telling y'all. I'm definitely listen to what Sunny Hostin has to say in this clip right here.
Well, and he also, I mean, my good friend Bakari Sellers called him out and said that Tommy Tuberman bill can go. The fact is, he made tens of millions of dollars off unpaid black labor men as a football coach. He literally has the stature he has because people went out there and assumed the risk and incurred the risk of concussions, playing hard, and everything. And I think so that's one point to point out. And I think when you talk about reparations, it's such a hot button issue. The minute you start talking about reparations, people call you a racist. And I've always said, please, people need to start just looking up what the definition of racism is. It's really a power dynamic. It's not just about the color of your skin. And I think when you talk about those who committed crimes that owe reparations, those are the people that committed the atrocities of slavery, who stole land, who killed indigenous people. Today is Indigenous Peoples Day. Yeah, those reparations are still owed. And so to sort of try to subvert the conversation and bastardize the conversation and call people racist because you call out racism is something that I get to experience every single day on social media. Thank you very much.
Y'all hear what she said?
You call out racism is something that I get to experience every single day on social media. Thank you very much. I am somehow a race baiter and a racist because I call it like I see it. And I think it's being used as a political wedge issue. Now, everything is racist. Everything is racist, especially if you call it out.
What comes out of her mouth don't even make sense. I'm telling y'all, what comes out of her mouth literally does not make sense. She is a person. I know we see so many, different journalists, different people on TV shows, this interviewer, this person, that person. I honestly think she's like the main one that I really dislike for the stuff that she says, the way that she acts. She plays victim so bad. It's dang near sickening. And for people to clap for her, the audience to clap for her, cheer her on, love her. When I see different comments on X, on YouTube, about Sonny, it's literally sad on how people think. Those same people, like I've said before, go home and they're struggling right now of what they're going through, real life problems. And then you have Sonny Hostin that gets on this show and literally plays like she is a person that's really going through it. Like people really owe her something. It's crazy to me. It's definitely crazy to me. I don't get it. Y'all let me know y'all comments, thoughts on this video. Make sure y'all stay tuned for the next video because it's definitely, I'm telling y'all, it's a banger. But you already know, hit the like and subscribe button. Catch y'all next one.